That guy in the back. Who is he? There's a man we haven't seen on this YouTube channel in a long time. Look at him.
Wow, okay.
They don't even have it in the frame. Ah, there it is. That's the movie I'm unexpectedly going to see. I'll tell you the truth, I did not want to go see this movie. But my friend Curtis was like, yo man, you have to see this movie. It is the best movie of all time. It is the 2018 best movie of the year. Avengers Infinity War was a piece of crap compared to this. You can see it was, yeah. He was so truthful about that, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's been so many versions of Robin Hood. You know, maybe this time they decide to have more fun with it, right?
Maybe.
We'll
see.
Well, what do you think? What's your opinions? Are you thinking it's going to be like 100% accurate? There's going to be no historic inaccuracies in this one?
No idea.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I just bug him because he loves history and he loves things being accurate to history and truthful and, you know, faithful to it. Like look at the clothing. It looks like a modern day hoodie, doesn't it? Like just that little bit, but like older style.
Sure, if you got it at Value Village and someone ripped the shit out of it.
Yeah, like in the trailer, there's the like casino scene with the roulette wheel and all that.
They use the same materials we use today.
Yeah, I know, but it's
cloth,
just, but it's like modern day style.
His outfit looks like a suit.
Yeah, I know. Like you see the
That's
casino
kinda funny.
scene, the casino scene that you see very briefly in the trailer. There's like a roulette wheel and all that. And
That would be way too skimpy. She would be a witch and she would be burned.
Well, that's why there's fire everywhere.
She would be burned because she'd be a witch.
Yeah, but that's because there's fire everywhere. So they all burn.
I mean, she would have to cover her head.
Yeah.
Almost.
If this,
Not her face.
if we're going just by the poster, by the end of the movie, if they don't all burn, because that's what the poster is implying, then I'll be very disappointed.
That's just another take on
Yeah.
the classic story.
Yeah. Well, anyways, time to watch Robin Hood.
Last night, I just watched Robin Hood, and it was actually surprisingly entertaining for the most part. I mean, I didn't really have any reason to like this movie, but I really enjoyed the action, even though, you know, the action was done well enough and it felt different enough, even though it felt like various other things and it seemed a little bit outplaced time period wise. It kind of made everything more enjoyable. Like you got an opening battle scene where it's like Call of Duty, Saving Private Ryan, like sound editing and all that, and it's just sort of crazy, but it's all bow and arrows and crossbows and stuff like that, and it's like, and there is some charm to this movie, and I enjoyed it mainly for almost basically the wrong reasons. Like story kind of, very very little bit of it was actually surprising, but for the most part it did, you know, if you've seen one Robin Hood, you can sort of seen the other ones. But it's so many unintentional sort of funny moments where it's like, the beginning, it's like, forget what you know. This is not like any other Robin Hood story you've heard before or seen before. And I'm like, when you start off like that, you're gonna just, instead of spending 3 minutes setting up the movie as if it's like, oh, you know, you gotta clean your mind, you gotta go into it not knowing anything. You could have spent that time, you know, making, you know, a more standout intro. Yeah, it's a lot of weird choices, like designs and everything. It just felt, they used older material and stuff, but they made it in such a way that it felt more modernized. Like it felt like, this is not something they came up with when they were back then. It felt like something they came up with in the future, and sort of downgraded it to it. So, like, for example, there's like a roulette wheel in one scene and some technical advances which are a little bit modernized, like, and then you got like clothing that looks like it's from a 90s, early 2000s, or maybe even a late 80s type clothing, and it's like stuff that, like, you didn't think you would see in a Robin Hood movie. The main bad guy, he's wearing like almost like a leather gray suit jacket, which looks like, it it looks a bit out of place, but it also kind of made it more interesting to watch because it's like, it's a little bit modern. Action scenes, like, I like sort of the balance between the slow motion and, fast paced. Like, some of the slow motion was like unnecessary, but like there's a couple parts where it's like, oh, it did decent job editing, going from slow to fast and then back to slow. And just, for the most part, I kind of enjoyed this movie. The cast gave it more effort than what this kind of movie usually gets in the terms of acting. Once again, it was not bad. It could have been a hell of a lot better. It could have been a hell of a lot more original. It could have been a lot of things, but it's not bad. Just gotta say, even the music at, like, near the end, like, at some point it just started sounding like the Dark Knight type music, like Dark Knight Rises. Specifically with the all out sort of rebellion scene and all that. I'm like, oh, it's. I guess they're influenced by the Dark Knight Rises, definitely. uh, like, this movie, the way the movie is done, like, me watching it, I'm like, I can very easily see someone doing a really good spoof on this movie. Like, there's so many opportunities scene to scene where I'm like, this could have been like a joke, a gag, or something. And but that was just me. I don't know if anyone else sort of got that impression. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the Robin Hood movie. Thank you very much for watching. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whatever. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it.